All righty, are you here?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes. I finally get a chance to actually meet you.
No, right? I've only seen the picture of you when you did the article.
Yes, yes, yeah. Um, I've been looking forward to this. I know it's been a while. I know for me, the delay was I wanted to make sure that I was mobile and could get to you. As far as riding the BART, I didn't think I'd be able to reach to you. And now that I became mobile, I got a vehicle now. I was like, okay, now I can start reaching out to those I had made promises to. So, and here I am.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, so whatever you want to help us do, but meanwhile, just get your feet on the ground and I'm just happy to sit down with you and find out how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing great. We're getting to close to 6 months that I've been, physically free. It's been a wonderful experience. Last week I was down visiting family in Southern California for the whole week, and that was that was great. It was very emotional towards the end when it was time to leave. It was, prior to that. I've been visiting my family on the holidays, so it's more so been like 2 days, and then I had to fly out on the third day. So it's kind of been like real quick, but to actually spend the whole week, yeah, it was a beautiful thing and a little bittersweet. Like I said, I got very emotional when it was time to go. So, you know, um, but yeah, it's like it's back to business. Wish I could have stayed longer, but had to go to work that weekend. So yeah, I'm back up here in Northern California. So. Yeah.
So for those people in our audience, let them know how long you were in and where you paroled to and where your family is. So catch us up for a hot sec.
So I served 24 years off a 50-year life sentence. I paroled to Oakland, California. I'm originally from Rialto, California, which is San Bernardino County. That's where majority of my family resides at. I made the decision to parole in Northern California to get a fresh start. I have a big family, and I didn't want to be faced with any type of obstacles. So I wanted to give myself the best chance possible. And with that, I met a lot of friends while I was inside that informed me about a lot of different programs and just different connections out here in the Bay Area. So I was willing to give it a shot, and I feel like that was the best decision I ever made by, telling the commissioners and my board hearing that I wanted to parole in Northern California, and they agreed. And with that, there's been numerous opportunities for me. Right now, I'm enrolled in the CROP program, which is Creative Restorative Opportunity Program, which is a year long, which is I'm so grateful that I got accepted into that program to do something pretty much different. And within the first few months, you learn about yourself, which is called L for L, is Leadership for Life, where we deal with all the little internal issues that resides within us. And a lot of those things was faced while I was inside, as far as doing groups. But this is like a whole nother level, because they're teaching us about SaaS and SDRs and being in the tech field. So it's like you gotta have a little tough skin, and if you've been holding on to some of these like character defects within yourself that you don't like people telling you what to do, or you just can't take orders, or you don't listen very well, like you need to address those things. So with L for L, we was able to do those things. And moving forward, my 3 months was up. Now I'm in the Pillar Two, which we're learning SaaS. If you're not familiar with that, which is software as a sales and SDR as a sales development representative. So and B2B sales. So that's something that we're learning and building our LinkedIn accounts and starting to make those connections and learn the vocabulary as far as in the tech field. So it's been a wonderful experience. This is the new start of that. On the weekends, I work for Urban Alchemy, which is a organization, and it's in Oakland, but it's predominantly in San Francisco, where we're dealing with the homeless, we're dealing with mental illness, we're dealing with addiction, and trying to transform those communities. And with that is that comes with challenges as well. You know, but it humbles me in so many ways, because of what you see out there in the streets. Anybody is subjected to that, so I'm very humbled and know that the possibilities are endless, and I'm just striving to grow. So this is it's been wonderful this time, this 6 months that I have been out. So.
So tell us where you paroled to and how that was your reentry that first day.
Oh yeah, so my first day, my parents and my sister came and picked me up. We went out to eat. I checked into the Transitional House, which is the Dream Center in Oakland, California. Um, they just told me, hey, come back the next day, stay the whole night with your family, everything's okay. So once I came back, I was introduced to my roommate, and they had different little opportunities. And mind you, I only stayed there 40 days. And the only reason why I stayed there 40 days is because in the midst of that, that's when Crop reached out to me. But I've been in communication with Crop for the last 2 years that I was inside. It's just we kind of lost communication, and like 10 days before our parole, they reached out to me. So now they were like, when you get you get settled, just contact us. And that's what I did. And it's just like all the pieces of the puzzle came together. So in the meantime, while I was at the Dream Center, I was just navigating, through life, utilizing all the resources. It's not such a good area that I was in, but I was grateful for the opportunity because I was no longer incarcerated. So I could care less about how bad the area is, but the hospitality was great. I appreciated that as well, the hospitality. So yeah, my first 40 days, I ran into some little roadblocks, with dealing with different personalities, which typically is what you face while inside as well. It's just now you have to be able to cope with this without being, violent or physical with anybody, but more so using your mind and understanding that I can't take this personal because this is something that he's going through or this is something that she's going through, but I'm just passing through. So with that, it got accepted into Crop, and Crop has they call it like a sister residence. So they have a live on campus, but I actually live at the sister residence, which is on the East Oakland, and Crop is on West Oakland. So which is a blessing as well because I can kind of separate work, well, school or trade school from home.
Yeah.
So of course they've been trying to get me to move on campus, and it's like, I want to, but I don't want to. I kind of got comfortable where I'm at, and I have three other roommates that's part of the program as well. So we just like, we pretty much share an apartment. And it's wonderful. Although the campus is brand new. This is a brand new campus that they built over there in West Oakland. So, but yeah, it's great. Within that, I experienced a lot so far just within the 3 months. I've been to SAP. I met the CEO at SAP. We do things as a group. It's only 7 of us. We initially started off with like 14, and then in the midst of that, there's always rules and regulations to a program or organization, and sometimes people tend not to follow the rules, and which have to be exited from. So now it's just 7 of us, and we do a lot. For New Year's, we was at Ocean Beach. Never been there before. That was very beautiful. To see the fireworks, it was just a very humbling experience. I really appreciated
Have
it.
a bonfire out at Ocean Beach? A bonfire?
Yes, we did have a bonfire. We did. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was already a pit made for us. It was perfect. I was just like, that was amazing. Being from Southern California, I was at Ocean Beach. I like it is freezing out here. Like so and it's good. We pretty much have created a bond. We're like a family. We did VR at the sandbox a week ago. Like we do a lot of things together. Like give you an example, one of they call us fellows, and we're cohort 3, the group that I'm in. And one of our fellows, her mother was moving, and we helped her move yesterday, and that was cool. It was just to know that you have that support, and that's something that we have built the team within the last 3 months. Is like we support each other. The unity is there. We do a lot of things together. Um, it's just wonderful. It's really wonderful. And to know that the co-founders of Crop were formerly incarcerated, which is an amazing thing as well. So, and all they do is push us. They push us to be better, push us to be better. And I'm just grateful to be within that environment because you don't have that out here. You really don't. So, and I'm just thankful. Yes.
Yeah, and especially around the world. I mean, there's so many people that I speak to all over the US that have chosen to stay in prison because there's no other option for them coming out. There isn't a crop. And then if you do come out, there is nobody in your court that can help you and actually be able to stand on your feet and know how difficult it is, right? It's a mountain that you have to climb just to try to get a birth certificate or try to get a job or try to find a house or a car. It's not set up like it is, especially for us right here.
Yeah, yeah, it takes work, and I'm grateful that the support that I have, and really my first day out, it sound crazy to a lot of people, but I spent like 4 hours in the DMV because I had a license before I came to prison. So, and that was after we ate breakfast, we went straight to the DMV. I stayed there 4 hours. I walked out of there with my license, So, so first day got my license. Yeah, so
Nice.
it's like within that first day, the first 30 days, it was all business. Social security card. I have everything that I needed. I pretty much hit the ground running. And that was part of the reason why I was like, I went to parole up here because there wouldn't be no distractions. It's like I have no time to just get comfortable. Like it's all business. And I was just grateful just for that experience. And it was something that I needed to do for myself because I was a kid when I left. So it was like now I'm an adult, like I need to display my independence. I need to do this for myself. And I've been doing that. I've been doing that, and this is it's great. So the opportunities is here. A lot of people may not have as much support that I have, but there is support out there. It's just how are you willing to reach out to the people you need to reach out to, go to places that you need to go to, and not let your ego get in the way. One thing I learned that I never knew, that the Goodwill got so many opportunities. I was blown away that everything that they offered, and they've been a big help for me as well. So yes.
Yeah, that's huge in so many ways. So I've been taking a couple notes as you've been talking to me, and I think a couple things that stand up from out for me right away is you talked about any issues that you had to have, you had to be able to then combat them right away out here, or these character deficits that you had, or just characteristics traits that weren't positive. How have you had to deal with that? Like, can you give an example of something that may have happened and you had to correct yourself?
Yes, was definitely. So I haven't did anything to like go over the top, but like even where I work at, where I work at is very hostile, and some people, guys that was formerly incarcerated, wouldn't work where I work because they haven't got a grips of themselves. Like I said, I'm dealing with drug addicts, I'm dealing with mental illness, and I'm dealing with homeless. And if you're familiar with San Francisco, I work off 1035 Market Street, and the individuals that I deal with, I've been faced with situations where, yelled at, threatened, you know, um, almost attacked. And I have to be able to de-escalate it instantly. I can't let, my pride and ego get in the way, and I have learned not to take none of that stuff personal. It's not because I didn't do nothing wrong. So why would I personalize it? So and the times when I would personalize things is it was more so something that was going on within me. Like, nobody talks to me like that. Well, they have a way to talk to however they want to talk, so yeah, situations like that, it's been bad. It's been times where I've been threatened by one of my coworkers and in front of a lot of people, and that was a character trait of mine, that a defect of mine, that I didn't like to be embarrassed in front of people. So when a coworker and embarrass me and threaten me in front of a group of people, I'd have to take a moment and just breathe. And then from there, just kind of like back up and let things play out, and then go and approach in a healthy manner. Like that, I don't appreciate that type of tone. Like I don't appreciate, you threaten me like, oh, that stuff is unnecessary. Like I'm trying to communicate with you. But in that moment, I realized that he's not ready to communicate. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna be the responsible one, give you your space, and and continue doing my job. So the biggest thing to your question is not personalize it, because it's coming, especially where I work at. It's never a dull moment. But with the individuals that are receptive to the help, that supersedes all the nonsense. It really does. So, even so, my title is an office practitioner. I work the front desk, but at times I do step out in front of the office. So where I get a chance to meet people from other countries and just, they ask about the organization. I get a chance to explain to them. So, and it's like, I never seen myself talking to somebody from Canada, or Alaska. And, they're just coming to visit it then and inquiring. And then next thing you know, we've been talking for 45 minutes, so it's great. It's really great.
Well, you're spreading all the good stuff that, I mean, we work out here, but everybody that you knew inside, all the groups, all of us that are here that are simply trying to share the humanity, you actually get somebody in, and that is your moment to shine and educate them to know that you're not a demon, right? I can be out here in the world. I am a human. I am a good person. Work with us. So that's
Yeah.
feels so cathartic to hear you say that.
Yes, yes, it is. Like I said, people that I've been meeting is just what was it about 3 weeks ago? Our group had a Zoom meeting with was it Burke Brown? I don't know if you're familiar with him. So motivational speaker. Yeah, that was good. I actually got a chance to meet Hazel Ortega, if you are familiar with her. Um, these some of the people you may not aware of but are on social media, and it's just like very motivating, and she's always talking about, cast your vision, and to speak it into existence and to act upon it. So, and these are the type of like new friends and new environments that I'm a part of, and I just take it all in. I embrace it. I really do. So,
You've got such a
yeah.
great positive smile. I can imagine that you're fun to work with.
Oh yes, most definitely, most definitely. So, but yeah, it's been a journey, Diane. I what I did leave out is at the beginning of me paroling. I wasn't working, I wasn't part of crop, but what I was doing is I was involving myself in different community events, doing live caricatures. So I did a few events, which was cool, and then I, everything shifted. It was like now I'm in crop. I'm at school from 9 to 5. Then I work on the weekends. So I haven't. I just did an event for Christmas. There's the church in San Francisco. We volunteer our services, so we do community engagement every other Friday, whether we're cleaning up in a neighborhood or we're going to a homeless shelter to pass out food. So here at this church, we were actually connected to Excel, the Excel program. We were going to like help out for us, dress up as either elves or Santa Claus, help pass out gifts and things like that. And I asked the main individuals that I need to speak to, could I just, extend my services by doing live caricatures for the kids? And they were up for it. And that was the last time I did an event. It was probably on Christmas. But now that things have shifted as far as my schooling, my hours are a little bit different. I'm trying to get more involved in doing that. And on my little week vacation with my family, I started doing face painting on my nieces and nephews. So that is my new adventure that I'm into now, is doing face painting for the kids, which was cool. So I'm trying to get that going. And I didn't get a chance. I did my nieces and nephews down there, but I got one friend that got some grandkids. He's willing to let me do some face painting on them so I can build my portfolio. But yeah, I'm trying to extend my services that way as well.
I'll put your name out there. Tell me, so the ones you did of us are awesome. How is it that you're able to do that live, your art?
Oh, so I would go to events. I have my chairs, I have my table, I have my easel, and I pretty much I try to talk to people. Or a lot of times, once I start doing one, then people will start coming up like, "Hey, can we get in? Can we be next?" I'm like, "You just started the line." So,
No, but I meant
and
more so like when when you did the ones for us, you're sitting in your cell, you have time to think about it. I mean, I'm thinking like, how do you translate to it on the fly? All of a sudden, you got a creative, you got to nail it. People are talking to you, you got people around. Was it just as easy to go from one to the other?
So it's easier when you have a picture. Because I do custom caricature greeting cards. So if I have a picture, I can kind of take my time. But when I do it live, there's a system that's in my head. Like instantly like visualizing is going in place instantly. Like, what am I finna exaggerate? As soon as the person sit down, like I don't immediately start. I need at least about 30 seconds. I'm trying to strain my eyes, squint. Like, what is it unique about this person that I'm gonna exaggerate? What features? Is it the eyes? What sticks out the most to me? And once I figure that out, and I have to figure that out within seconds, and then I go. And yeah, and at the same time, I'm conversating with the individual that's sitting in the chair. And what I've learned, Diane, it's a lot. I felt like because I had it done to me, I had one done when I was like 8 years old. So I felt like maybe everybody had a caricature done of them. But no, that's not true. And it was so many within the events that I have done, majority of them never had one done. So it's an experience that they end up having, and I'm grateful that they get to experience that because what they feel is what I felt when I was 8 years old. So I'm glad to extend my services for them to get that experience.
How fun is that? I'm so excited. We need to have an event now where you come and do that for people. So
Yes, yes.
your pictures are
Yeah,
so,
I really love doing that.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
fun. Yeah, we got to get that going on. So tell me one thing that always interests me is in 24 years being inside, what was something that hit you right away that had changed?
Let me see. I want to say transactions. Money, everything is digital. Of course, some people still carry cash, but everything is digital. I went to go do my DMV test. Everything is when I left, you would write everything. That's not what's going on now. So it was that. So I had to adjust, and I'm still adjusting to that. It's been a challenge. I'm not scared of it. It's just like, okay, give me a second, let me figure it out. Even within crop, within the first 90 days, we take on some digital literacy as well. And I don't necessarily have it all locked in, but I done got a little more comfortable to where I identify the icons. I can pretty much figure it out. Like, just let me mess around a little bit. I can figure it out. So but that was the main thing that sticks to that. And everybody walks around with their head down. So, or they got their ear pods in. And it's just like, wow, nobody talks to nobody. Like, but yeah, I adjust. I'm one of the ones that can adjust pretty quick, you know. So if I don't adjust, I feel like I'm gonna be hindered, and I believe that to be true. So it's like I need to be able to adjust. While you're locked up, a lot of times you're so structured, you set with time frames and things of that nature, and life don't typically operate like that. So you need to be able to adjust. So when I was in there and I was a part of the Delancey Street Honors Program, that's something that they was breaking us of that. Like, you so structured, like you work out at this time, you go to yard at this time, like, oh, we gonna break you from that because life doesn't operate like that. So, and that was like the best experience that I had received within my time of being incarcerated, because it made it that much easier for me, and it made it that much easier for me to be acceptance of no. Because typically it's like I don't like hearing no. It's like everything got to be yes. Like, no, I'm receptive to no. It's just not right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. I didn't know Delancey Street did that. I always wondered, you've had the same routine for 24 years. There hasn't been a car trip. There's been nothing that it's interrupted any of that time. So that's wonderful. They bring that to you. How has it been breaking those habits, like sleeping on a bed and making your own food and all that stuff?
Yeah. So when I was at the Dream Center the first 40 days, they have a chef there. So and she was like my grandma, like she cooks really good. So, and once I went to crop, they were like, you gotta make your own food. So now me and my roommates, we like take turns, like who's gonna cook dinner, or we'll cook together. But that was that whole little shift right there. Like first, like everything was provided, and it's like now you got to do it on your own. And when you got to do it on your own, for me, typically if I've been at school all day and I come back, it's like first dealing with traffic. Once I get out of traffic and I actually get home, and it's like, okay, let me cook. By the time I cook, we were already breaking into 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, and it's like,
Oh man, now I'm a little tired. It's just like I still have things that I need to do, and it's just like that right there. So once we have a little system like, yo, you gonna cook tonight? Okay, once I get back from school, I can do X, Y, and Z, and when it's on me, it's like, okay, some of that stuff I'll do in the morning time before I go to school. So but yeah, but all of that beats my workday of being in prison. So I take it all in.
Right.
I'll take it all in. So yeah.
Such a great outlook, right?
So
Worst day out here is always going to be better than your best day in there.
that's thing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, before I forget, so one of my roommates is Kobe Southwood, and he said hi, if you do remember him. Yeah, he was
Yes.
at San Quentin. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my other roommate. So
No, cool. Will you guys put still pictures in this reel? So if you or your interview, will you send pictures with him and any other ones that you have?
oh, Kobe?
Yeah, do you have a picture of the two of you together?
I believe so. Would you like to see him right now?
Yes, bring him over.
Oh, hold on, let me get him.
Okay.
Hello,
Go sit down.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How's life?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, how long have you been out now?
Huh?
How long have you been out now?
Since November 6th?
Oh my gosh, congrats. That feels like yesterday.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy. It feels like I've been out forever. It just flew right into life, you know?
And how long were you in?
7 years?
Oh yeah, nice. And you're in Oakland and you're living with Ray. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's amazing. Ray's a good dude.
Yeah. So you're going to school with Crop too, I presume?
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Nice. How's your reentry been?
It's been wonderful. CROP is an amazing program. It really is like the Ivy League of reentry. So like they really been helping us out. They take care of us in more ways than just helping us financially. They're helping us to like manage our finances, and they're helping us to learn like more about like the way we are and how we deal with certain things in life in general. And
Mhm.
they're great helping us network. We're actually going to do a Nike photo shoot in a couple hours and stuff like that. We're going to the Capitol next month, and all sorts of amazing stuff I never like dreamed of doing before I went to prison and stuff. So
Yeah, I thought you'd be a part of. How great is that? Oh my
yeah,
God. Yeah, well, so much success. I love hearing that.
yeah. I'm
Sh-
actually going back into San Quentin hopefully in the next like 4 months to play softball with Dougie and Kevin and some of the other fellas.
Yeah, I just saw them the other morning. We were trying to go in Saturday morning. I was going in to play pickleball, and they were going in to play, and it was fog line. So we were all turned away, hanging out in the
Oh
parking
no.
lot, hoping that fog would lift.
Yeah, yeah, that fog's horrible.
And I want to hear about your tattoos. It looks like you have one on your neck and one on your chest.
Yeah, no, I have all sorts of tattoos.
They look cool.
Yeah.
So, well, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for sitting down and just congrats your success. And I mean, Crop seems like they need a huge pat on the back, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. They're it's an amazing program. I really I'd recommend it to anybody who wants to change their life and change their people and places and things when they get out. Like that's what I did. I'm from Yosemite, so Oakland is a whole nother environment. But it was totally like the best thing for me. You know, you like when you change your life, you really do got to change those other three things too. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's hard. I mean, you guys are doing the work, you're looking inside, and so many people don't do that. So hats
yeah,
off. Hard.
thank you. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, it was really nice to see you. I'm actually getting ready for this photo shoot, but I really appreciate you letting me sit down and talk to you for a minute.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you did. I'm so making my day seeing the both of you out here in the world being successful. So I appreciate you sitting down. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Diane. You have a good one.
You too, hon. Bye.
Bye.
Show off your crop shirt to the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's give credit where credit's due with them. That's awesome.
Yes, it's truly a blessing. It really is. It's truly a blessing. Like
Yeah.
Kobe, like a lot of stuff I left out, he brought to your attention. It's just, yes, it's nobody else is doing what they're doing. Like I said, we learning about credit. You name it. It's just, it's a new way of being is what they introducing us to a new way of being. So,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Giving you an opportunity. That's just huge.
yes.
So do you have any, I know you've only been out for 6 months, so this could be a far-reaching question, but do you have future plans for what you want?
Yeah, so right now I'm very open to this next and pillar one where we at far as when we're dealing with SaaS, like I said, software as a service and SDR, sales development representative and B2B sales, business to business sales. So our instructor is teaching us like we had a soft opening last week and this following week is we finna get down to it. We are trying to meet up with, I don't know if you're familiar with Shelly Winters, which was formerly incarcerated. She works for what was that? She works for Microsoft and she's one of their lead sellers, and it's just like that's somebody that motivate us as well. So I'm open to and receptive to doing that. It's just I feel like I got a niche for it, so I want to give it a shot. I really do. So and we supposed to graduate in October, and I feel like there'd be several other opportunities on the table for me. So I'm not closing myself off. So I'm just making myself available and trying all that I feel like I have a shot at doing. I'm going to do it. So yes, and in the meantime, I'm still a passionate artist, and I'm trying to find avenues for that as well. So yes.
So great. Yeah, I want to see you do that in action. That's so fun. Oh my God. Yeah. So you went down to LA where your family was for a week? Is that what you said they were?
Yeah, in San Bernardino.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Probably like an hour away from LA.
And how was it being down there in that environment where, obviously so much love came from, but also that negativity too?
Yeah, so much has changed. So much. I realized that, to be down there for that time frame, I wasn't seeking out any old friends or any old hangouts. Like I would probably drive past there, but I really didn't even care. It's like none of that stuff even mattered. Uh, and it was like I said, it was so humbling because one of the patriarchs of our family, my great auntie, I got a chance to see her. Something I've been wanting to do for so long. So to be able to go visit her and she finally get a chance to see me was truly a blessing. But yeah, they have built so much and things have changed, and like all my nieces and nephews, they were born after I went to prison. So for them to get familiar with me and they're starting to get familiar with me more and more that I come and visit. It's just wonderful. It is just wonderful. So and just to be able to spend time with my parents. Because I always said that when I was inside, like I took for granted the small things. Like even just going on a walk with my mom or helping her in her flower bed, helping my dad move stuff around, rearrange things, like this shirt that you see me wearing, like, my mom put this shirt together and I helped her with her Cricut machine, so it was just like us going to go buy the vinyl and she just showing me, we looking at the little YouTube videos, just to be able to do that, like the simple things is like something I always dreamed about doing. And those dreams was coming true. So no longer taking small things for granted, but embracing them.
Yeah. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, you're so thankful. Yeah, sometimes it's just like you said, running an errand with somebody, just simply spending time, and then to be able to create something too is obviously better, but or puts frosting on that. But yeah, how great. It's so great
Yes.
to hear. And get to meet
Yes.
all your, family. There's all the little
Yes.
nieces and nephews running around.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, I did a little babysitting as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you were living down there, you'd be doing a whole lot of that, I bet.
Probably so. Yeah, he already trying to line it up.
Like, yeah, can you watch them for just a couple hours? Like, oh.
It's like the grocery store. I'm a mom, I know. Just let me, yeah, just take them so I can do some laundry and make the bed.
So for me, I'm making an event. Like, okay, that's when the idea popped. Like, because I was already thinking about it before I went down there. Like, you know what? I think I want to get into face painting. You know, my dad had put that idea in my head. So when my sister was like, "Can you watch the kids for a few hours?" I'm like, "Yeah." She told me 2 days ahead of time. Like, yeah, let me go to Hobby Lobby and buy a face painting kit, and yeah, we gonna make this an event, and we did.
You gotta send me pictures of all that. I want to see it. Do you take a picture of the kids after you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Yes.
Don't
So.
mind if you don't mind me sharing. I mean, I want to see them, but you can let me know what I can put up and share and stuff.
Oh, sure, sure. I'll send you some pictures of me and Kobe, and I'll send you some pictures of the face painting that I did. It wasn't the best face painting kit, so I had to get a better one. But yeah, just being able to, as an artist, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. Yeah, yeah, I already see how this go. I need a better kit where the paint is way more vibrant. Like I said, I adjust quick, so and I
Yeah.
know what to look for. So yes.
Yeah, how fun. Well, you and I are living close by. Let's get that going on. Let's make that work.
Yes, yes, most definitely. Most
Right.
definitely.
That would be fun on nights or on the weekend when you're not working. Does crop keep you busy on the weekend too, or no?
Oh, just during the week. So I used to go 5 days, and now I think I'll be going just 3 days. So a couple hours in the morning, then we have Zoom meetings in the afternoon. I mean, later on in the evening, because Crop is also in LA, but they don't have a live-in facility. So what we're learning, they have a cohort 3 down there as well. It started at the same time. So we would be combining in our Zoom meetings on what is it, Monday evening, Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday evening. So yes.
Okay. Yeah, you got some time slots in there, right?
Yes, most definitely.
I'll let you go here pretty soon, but I wanted to ask, did you do art? What am I thinking here? Did you do art prior to being in a prison?
Yes, I did. Yes, so I believe I started drawing it when I was around 5, but my mom said I was drawing around 4. So okay, tomato, tomato. But yes, I always did. I always was drawing. As a little kid, I always used to get in a lot of trouble. So a lot of times I'd be in my room with just an ink pen and paper, and I'll just be not necessarily doodling, but I'll be drawing, like, whatever came to my mind. Or I remember a lot of times some of my uncles was in prison. They would send my aunties, cards, greeting cards that somebody drew inside. Like some of the stuff that's on your back wall, I would see it and instantly I knew I can draw it. So I would draw it. It may not look identical to it, but I know I can draw it. And I gravitated to that because I knew like I can touch it. I knew like now that I think about it, it was one picture of a card that my uncle had drawn and he sent to my auntie. And it was like, okay, it was on a filing folder. Like, this is how good my memory is. It's on a filing folder. I didn't know at the time. And then yes, he used a black big ink pen, but he kind of like engraved into the folder where I can feel the actual streaks of the
Uh,
pen.
yeah.
So like me, I typically don't draw like that when I use an ink pen. I'm way more smoother, so it's not dug into the actual paper. So and it was just like all these things are going on in my mind as a kid, like, wow, somebody actually drew this, or this smells like ink pen. Like this was home, somebody did this, and I can do the exact same thing. So yes.
Yeah. How cool is that? Yeah. So you've been ready for it. So at least you got to do some of that in prison and get through crop and see where, all your new tools land you. Tell me, is there anything that I didn't ask that you want to share with people?
I think we pretty much covered everything, but I would say that when I mentioned about me volunteering my services, like I feel like I destroyed the community so much that I'm trying to restore it back. So especially when it comes to the youth. So I'm just like, however I can utilize my skill to give back, I'm more than open to doing that. I really this is something that I dreamed about while inside. Like, man, I want to be able to give back to the community because a lot of times, especially when dealing with the youth, like They don't have no mentors. They don't have nobody doing stuff. Well, there is people probably around them doing positive stuff, but they so into themselves that they don't even try to reach out to the youth, or those who are at risk. So what I'm good at doing, I don't mind giving it away. I don't mind sharing it. I yearn to try to teach some other kids that had the ability to draw. Like, I could try to show you this skill, like if you interested. I don't mind I don't hold on to this gift. God blessed me with this gift, so I don't mind giving it away. I'm constantly involving and trying to learn more to add to that gift, but I don't, yeah, it's not no big secret. I can show you how I do it. I told you one of my techniques already. Like, I instantly, within 30 seconds, I'm visualizing, trying to figure out what it sticks out to me, and that's what I'm gonna exaggerate. Yeah, that's one of the techniques. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
And that coupled with you talking to the youth now that potentially are in trouble, could be in trouble, I mean, but you talk to the youth, you're also saying, hey, look, I went somewhere on a path that you don't want to go,
don't want to go.
right? Right?
No.
You can be that good example.
Yes, most definitely. And that path gets even darker when you're inside. It gets darker, it gets deeper, So
Mm.
if you can't think for yourself and you want to impress people, you would dig a deep hole. Yes.
Yeah.
So don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, gosh, you look so happy and just so not well adjusted is not the word, but it is given where you are and or where you've been and where you are now. It's just so refreshing to see you. So thank you for sitting down with me.
Yes, anytime. Just, send me a message. I'll make time to be available. I'll make myself available. I will.
You're so
I
sweet.
know
When are you going into St. Quentin, did you say?
that's Kobe that's going into San Quentin.
Oh,
So yes, he has something already connected. I'd already voiced it far as with Crop. So Crop been going into some of the prisons, like specifically Solano. They've been doing like a leadership group there. So I told him that I wouldn't mind going in there just, to share my story or just to let them know how great the program is. And we shall see.
yeah.
So
I was thinking if you're coming up here, our office is right outside the gates of St. Quentin. I could see you that way, but let's make something happen so I can give you a hug in real life. And even if Crop has something, I can always come over for that. And let's get your like face painting or art or something going on at an event.
yes, I'm totally open to that. I am. So I believe I talked to you what, maybe same day, probably like 10 days before I parole. So like I said, I just wanted to make sure that I can, got settled, and then I can reach back because you was on my to-do list. Like, let me see. Oh, you can't even see it, but this is a posting on my laptop. Your name got scribbled out because we reached out. We made a connection on the email. So, right there at the top. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was my little to-do list. I got to reach out to this person, that person, that person. And once you responded on the email, boom. Okay. Now we have a connection. So,
And one thing I want you to see is the pictures. I think they're the originals that you did in prison of Nina and Erlon, Ross, all those we have right here on our wall frame.
okay.
I
Cool,
want
cool.
you to see that.
So, I might try to either carpool with him or try to come and see if that's because you said your office is right outside the prison.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
We're right. We share the same building with Jody at Mount Tam College.
okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Yeah. So I try to make that event whenever he goes, try to see if I can come through unless something else transpire before that. Like I said, I'm open to, if you setting up an event and I can extend my services, I'm more and willing to do that. So, yes.
Which is so sweet. Well, we are due for another fundraising event, so it'd be fun to have you there doing caricatures of people.
Yes. Yes. I like that. I like that.
Fun. All right. Well, thank you. We've got each other's info now. So huge thanks again for sitting down with me. I'm glad you're doing so great.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. Okay, I'm wishing you all the good success.
And likewise, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
I will. Okay, take care.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.